Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Let's scoot up a little. Okay. Another humid day. Because it rains. You know, it's been raining some every day. It's crazy. Okay, today's Friday, June 27th. Currently it's 72 degrees. High today is going to be 88. It's a little bit cooler. But it'll still feel bad, I'm sure. High of 88, 100% chance of rain for the next 6 days after this, like a whole week. Winds at 2 miles per hour. Yeah, you know, you can get too much water in your garden also, but what's bothering mine, especially my tomatoes, is the heat is causing a decline in germination. In other words, they're growing the blossoms, the little blooms, but they're not turning into tomatoes, a lot of them. So I don't know what's going to happen about that. I'm wondering, you know, if it cools back down some, will they start to do better? I hope, because I put a lot of time and effort in them. I'm hoping to get a lot of tomatoes. Okay, but you know, that's much you can do about nature. You know, so today, well, here's the question. I'm talking about, you know, the heat affecting my garden. Of course, it affects us physically. I've been getting dehydrated. I've been drinking what I thought was plenty of fluids, but still a little bit dehydrated and just don't feel like eating anything. I eat the best meal that I'm actually hungry is breakfast, because it's cooler from, you know, overnight. It's cooler at first. As the day goes on and it gets hotter and hotter, I just don't really get hungry. I have to eat something, I know, but I don't really want to. It's helping me lose some weight though. I mean, I'm sure I'm getting enough to make it by, and I take supplements and vitamins too. And I'm finding that the gummy vitamins, I think, work best for me, because I have trouble with absorption, and even a normal person probably has trouble with absorbing some of these pills that they put out, vitamins and stuff. So I think, you know, if I can get stuff in gummy, I probably might get, you know, more things in gummies, because they absorb better. So yeah, so here's the question: how is the heat affecting you? What does it do to you? I mean, also financially, even though we just got that one portable air conditioner going in the living room, it runs our bill up. Definitely, you know, we can tell. But what are you going to do? You know, I can't imagine if we had the like central air going here, which is shot. It's so old, but I couldn't imagine if we had that going, what the utility bill would be. It'd be high. It's high already, but okay. So I'm expecting, you know, like I said, after this big heat wave, I guess you'd call it, I expect for our bill to go up. Okay, today, and this is a good idea, you know, walking at the mall. I went and I met Mom at the mall, and she's 90 years old, but she gets around really good, and just about had me, you know, I was getting tired after a while. But we walked for a good long time. We took breaks, one long break, and then we would just sometimes just stand in front of a store or something, looking at it and stuff like that, and talking. But I can't, that video is going to come out today is what I'm saying. I did a video. We were there for over 2 hours. After we were done walking, we probably walked for an hour and a half at least. And then we went to the food court and we had Chick-fil-A. And I was shocked how small the Chick-fil-A was. I haven't had the original sandwich in years. And it's a joke now. It honestly is. for how much it is. They're expensive. So I did one, but I didn't do the whole time. It would have been too long. But also they had parts at different parts of the mall. There was music playing, copyright music. So I had to, delete the audio and add a music to it. Okay, but I think you'll like it. I think you will like it. What's for dinner? Not sure. Like I said, I'm not really even very interested in it right now. But we'll figure something out always. Okay. Okay, let's see what the jokes are like. What happens when a cougar loses their hearing? They become a Def Leppard. For y'all that might not know, Def Leppard was I don't know if they're still around or not. Really, if they still make any. They're a band, like a rock band. A woman drove a minivan filled with a dozen screaming kids through the mall parking lot looking for a space. Obviously frazzled, she coasted through a stop sign. "Hey lady, have you forgotten how to stop?" yelled an irate man. She rolled down her window and yelled back, "What makes you think these are all mine?" Okay. And I thought of the days from Holly Black. It says Ironside. I don't really know. Maybe that's some kind of show on TV or something. Coffee. The sweet balm by which we shall accomplish today's task. Oh, yes. Yep. Okay. Now, let's see what I saw one I thought would be interesting. Maybe. Okay. It's just really, like I said, this rain every day and it being so warm. I know you've heard me say it, but the humidity is really terrible. Okay, play classic mode. Which controversial belly jelly? I thought they called Jelly Belly. Belly jelly flavor was the U.S. favorite until 2003. Licorice, cream soda, tangerine, buttered popcorn. What controversial flavor was the U.S. favorite? I don't. My guess would be buttered popcorn, but I think I've had one since 2003 though. But I'm gonna try that. Yeah, it's buttered popcorn. You either love it or you hate it. Buttered popcorn is the most controversial jelly bean flavor. Very Cherry remained the most popular flavor of jelly beans for 2 decades until buttered popcorn took the top spot in 1998. In 2003, Very Cherry retook the title and has remained the most popular ever since. Very Cherry. Okay, which of these flavors will you find in Neapolitan ice cream? And I don't eat much ice cream because of I'm lactose intolerant to pretty much to an extent, and I just don't eat much ice cream. I love ice cream, but I'm gonna have to probably leave these off if I can. They're just slipping down my nose. Butter pecan, mint chocolate chip, strawberry, cookies and cream. In my opinion, cookies and cream should be one. I think for the vanilla it should be cookies and cream. What do y'all think? Or even for the chocolate. But it's strawberry. It's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry are served together. So good. They used to get mad, like if I would eat all the chocolate or something and leave the vanilla and strawberry. Be like, Mike, why did you eat all the chocolate? Could you just have some of each of them? I like chocolate. You know, buy me some chocolate. Okay. What flavor is 7-Up? Cola lemon, lemon lime, lemon strawberry, orange lime. Actually, I don't know about cola lemon, but they all sound good in a way. But it's lemon lime. I think that strawberry and whatever sounded good. Strawberry. Which flavor is commonly found in pumpkin pie? Strawberry, mint, cinnamon, coconut. I wonder what coconut would be like. I don't know. On top of it or in it. I wonder what it'd be like. I used to make a really good egg custard. So I would make the regular one, and I don't make much desserts, never have. But I used to make the regular one, egg custard, and I also made the coconut one. Both of them were just delicious. Oh, it makes me want some. Okay, which flavor is commonly found? I'm going to say it's cinnamon. Right, cinnamon. Okay, lava cake has which flavor? Oh my gosh. Chocolate doesn't do good with me that much either, and I love chocolate. Chocolate, orange, coffee, banana. And they say, you know, well, eat white chocolate. We were reading the other day, I think Joy was, and she was telling me that white chocolate is not really chocolate because it doesn't have any, what is it? Cocoa? Keiko? How you say that? C-O-C-O-A. That's cocoa, I guess. Okay. So, yeah, lava cake, let's say, is chocolate. Definitely. Oh, the place I worked, the last place I worked, when they went out of business and then I ended up in the hospital, all this long story. We used to sell, you know, food, institutional foods to restaurants anywhere, convenience stores anywhere, grocery stores. But we had a lava cake, and there was like 12 of them on a sheet, and you know, it had plastic over it and stuff. But you would put those things in the oven. Oh my gosh. And then put a scoop of ice cream on them. Forget it. I mean, now I'm craving that. So yeah, it was chocolate. What is Fanta's most popular flavor? I know that very well. We used to sell it back in the day. Really, I remember selling cans of pop with the old pop top, you know, that pulled all the way off. And those pull-off ones cause so much trash and pollution around the world, they finally made those that stay on them. But I remember in the bottles, too. I worked for Coca-Cola for 14 years. So I remember, and it was way back in the day, too, like 76, 77 on to about 90 some. But anyway, yeah, cherry, coffee, orange, chocolate. Chocolate? Really? It's orange. I like, I'll tell you what, Fanta grape is really good, too. Really good. What is the most popular flavor of ice cream in the United States? Strawberry? Butterscotch? Butterscotch. I do like that. This one's making me hungry today or something for ice cream and stuff. Vanilla, cookies and cream. Well, I vote for cookies and cream, but I don't think that's the most popular. I actually think vanilla is probably, yeah, it's vanilla is the most popular. Wow, rich and creamy chocolate ice cream claims the second best spot. Its roots can be traced back to the Aztecs and Mayans, who enjoyed beverages made from cocoa beans. Wow. And the number one spot goes to vanilla, the flavor that dates back to ancient Mesoamerican civilizations. Vanilla beans are highly prized, and their popularity grew during the colonial era. A beloved classic, vanilla in all its creaminess reigns supreme. Which of these peppers are sweeter? Cayenne peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, chili peppers. I know a little bit about peppers. I used to grow hot peppers, but they were too hot all the time for us, and I ended up giving them all away. I mean, if I grew any, it would just be to give them away. You know, jalapenos too. They're hot. The ones that I've grown. So, in my opinion, I spoke about this actually not too long ago about my bell peppers. They're, what were they called? Ozark Giants. You know, they start out green, and a lot of peppers are this way. They start out green, and you can eat them that way, no problem, even when they're little. But, you know, when they're actually ripened, they turn red. And that's what's the ones I've got will. If I can stand to leave them on there before eating them. But they're definitely sweeter. That's what I was talking about the other day. If you let them wait until they're red, they're sweeter. And that's it, red bell peppers. Okay, what flavor is grasshopper pie? I don't know. Spinach. Grasshoppers might like them some spinach to munch on. Lettuce pie, pistachio, mint. Well, you know, spinach is green, but I was thinking pistachio because it was green, but spinach is green, so that doesn't hold right there, but I think it's pistachio. No, it's mint for grasshopper pie. I've never had that before. It's mint. I didn't know that. So good. Pistachios sound pretty good to me, though. Grasshopper pie is a no-bake, mint-flavored mousse pie with a chocolate crumb crust. Typically light green. See, pistachio, light green. Is associated with spring and especially with Easter celebrations. Okay. Okay. One more. Which of these plants is widely used for its pungent flavor as seasoning? Spinach, lettuce, tomato, garlic. Well, bring that tomato powder over here. I want to season this roast. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen or tomato powder. Is there such a thing? What would it taste like, you know? It's interesting to think about. But it's obvious to me it's garlic. Yeah. So, I ended up with 9 right and 1 wrong. I didn't know what a grasshopper pie was. Maybe you did. Maybe you got them all right today. If not, we still had fun and a little bit of brain exercise. I learned a few things. I learned some things, you know, when I don't have time really to read all that stuff they've got at the bottom, you know. It would really take a lot of time up. But I try to read the ones that I glance at them and see if there's anything, you know, worth reading. So, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Yeah, the walking at the mall video, I know I said that was yesterday, but I'd forgotten about Logan's show. So that's why it's today. See y'all. Bye.